Did you notice how victory felt wrong the moment Endgame ended, like something cracked beneath the applause? What if saving everyone was the first mistake, not the last miracle? Tonight we trace how that heroic ending secretly ignites Doomsday, turning sacrifice, time, and hope into dangerous weapons for everyone everywhere. Avengers Endgame was sold as a finale, yet every true Endgame creates consequences, not closure. The Time Heist shattered natural order, bending cause and effect with good intentions. When Bruce Banner met the Ancient One, her warning about branching realities quietly planted the seed of global collapse across timelines forever. The timestamps rumored in Doomsday teasers are not gimmicks, they are scars. Moments like 1 hour 24 minutes and 20 seconds echo the Ancient One's fear, while 1 hour 17 minutes and 20 seconds recalls Loki escaping with the Tesseract. Those seconds rewrote destiny, letting chaos survive inside victory itself and breeding consequences beyond control across universes and futures yet unseen everywhere. Endgame didn't just defeat Thanos, it normalized timeline theft as heroism. Captain America returning stones fixed fractures, but didn't erase knowledge gained. Information is power, and someone always watches. In one broken 2012 branch, a mind like Tony Stark could see everything coming and decide to intervene at any cost. This is where Doomsday truly begins, not with explosions, but obsession. Leaks suggest Doctor Doom may be a Stark variant born from that splintered timeline. Seeing futures, wars, and failures, this Tony chose control over freedom, believing peace demanded absolute authority to save everyone forever no matter the cost imaginable. Robert Downey Jr. returning as Doom isn't nostalgia, it's narrative symmetry. Endgame showed Stark sacrificing himself to save reality. Doomsday flips that truth. A Stark who refuses to die becomes the threat, proving the same genius that saved existence can also doom it when morality finally collapses under pressure alone. According to reported confirmations, Stark's death and Doom's rise are linked. Endgame didn't end Tony's story, it fragmented it. One version rests, another evolves. Doom studies multiversal wounds caused by heroes, concluding emotional choices are flaws needing correction through enforced order and rule across every surviving reality without exception ever. Doom's plan reportedly mirrors Secret War's logic. When universes collide and die, he doesn't mourn, he salvages. Endgame's multiverse chaos gives him justification. He invades timelines, even the X-Men reality, stealing tools like Cerebro to map existential threats before they annihilate everything that remains alive anywhere at all costs imaginable. Battleworld is the ultimate consequence of Endgame's arrogance. Realities stitched from ruins, ruled by Doom, reflect a hero who learned the wrong lesson. Thanos wanted balance through death. Doom wants survival through control, a colder philosophy born from heroic mistakes made during desperate time travel meant to save all worlds. This idea isn't isolated to Marvel. DC faced a similar reckoning with Doomsday Clock. After the New 52 Endgame, reality fractured. Dr. Manhattan discovered the metaverse, learning Superman's history anchored everything. Fixing the timeline required confronting the damage caused by previous reboots and exhausted narrative shortcuts used too often before. Marvel mirrors this structure. Endgame was a reboot disguised as closure. By saving the snapped universe, heroes destabilized the larger system. Doomsday functions like a narrative correction, forcing characters to face consequences, rebuild meaning, and redefine heroism beyond winning battles that once felt final and safe to audiences worldwide everywhere. The real world even echoes this pattern. The Cold War's Endgame promised peace, yet birthed unstable deterrence. Today's Doomsday Clock sits seconds from midnight. Like Endgame, victory without foresight creates fragility. Stability requires restraint, humility, and acceptance that power reshapes reality dangerously when unchecked by ethics alone or collective wisdom. Avengers Doomsday reportedly leans into this metaphor. A tripolar multiverse replaces simple good versus evil. Multiple powers, multiple agendas, all armed with reality-breaking tools. Endgame opened Pandora's box. Doomsday asks whether heroes can put responsibility above pride before everything collapses under the weight of consequences they themselves unleashed knowingly earlier. Loki's escape is another crack that matters. That mischievous survival created an entire saga of variance and chaos. Endgame allowed a god of mischief to live when fate said die. Doomsday treats that mercy as a destabilizing error demanding correction through harsh but logical intervention designed by Doom himself alone. The TVA tried to clean Endgame's mess, pruning timelines like weeds. Yet even that system failed, proving control without empathy collapses. Doom learns from every failure. Unlike the TVA, he doesn't erase branches, he fuses them, forcing survival through unity under him as the single governing will of broken realities. Endgame's emotional triumph blinded audiences to structural damage. Cheers drowned out consequences. When Tony snapped, energy rippled across dimensions. Power on that scale leaves residue. Doomsday explores that residue, showing magic, science, and willpower tearing holes no hero intended to create or manage responsibly after winning the impossible war alone. Even Captain America's quiet ending matters here. Returning stones didn't restore innocence. Steve chose personal happiness over oversight. Noble, human, but consequential. Without Guardians watching time, threats grew. Doomsday asks if heroes abandoned duty once the applause faded and lives resumed after the universe was saved from annihilation temporarily earlier. The rumored Endgame re-release with added scenes isn't fan service, it's confession. Marvel wants viewers to rewatch Victory with new eyes. Small moments will feel heavier. Lines once comforting now sound ominous. Doomsday reframes Endgame as the first act of catastrophe triggered by heroes themselves despite noble intentions initially shown. This isn't about blaming heroes, it's about maturity. Stories evolve like societies. Endgame closed a childhood chapter of triumph. Doomsday opens an adult chapter of accountability. Power demands systems, not symbols. Without structure, even gods fail, and Doom thrives in that vacuum created by broken leadership after historic victories end. Look at Joker's evolution in DC. When games end, madness escalates. Batman Endgame showed Joker stop playing and start destroying. Similarly, Doom stops debating morality and starts enforcing outcomes. Endgame exhausted playful heroism. Doomsday replaces it with ruthless, philosophical conflict that challenges audience comfort deeply about heroes we trusted blindly. Doom's genius lies in reflection. He holds up a mirror to Avengers' choices. Every incursion, every death, traces back to Endgame. He didn't break reality first, he inherited it broken. His tyranny grows from logic, making him terrifyingly convincing, not cartoonishly evil to audiences seeking coherence after years of chaos. Heroes once fought to save today. Doomsday forces them to fight for tomorrow's stability. That's harder. It requires sacrifice without applause. Endgame rewarded bravery with celebration. Doomsday punishes shortcuts. Characters must unlearn victory addiction and embrace restraint, or lose everything permanently across collapsing universes simultaneously under Doom's calculated rule alone. The multiverse saga needed a reckoning. Endless variants cheapen meaning. Endgame opened the floodgates. Doomsday closes them violently. By destroying worlds, Doom restores stakes. Survival matters again. Every choice costs lives. The era of consequence-free heroics ends with brutal clarity for characters and viewers alike watching this saga unfold now. Some heroes will resist Doom, others will agree. That tension defines Doomsday. When logic tempts morality, lines blur. Endgame painted heroes united. Doomsday fractures them ideologically. Who decides acceptable loss? The answers hurt more than Thanos ever did because heroes cause the pain through decisions made long ago in Endgame. Expect echoes of Secret War's scale, but grounded in Endgame guilt. Characters will revisit moments we cheered. Those cheers now haunt them. The snap, the portals, the farewell all become evidence. Doomsday weaponizes memory, forcing heroes to confront the cost of hope they once sold as salvation to desperate worlds. Even visually, Doomsday contrasts Endgame's warmth. Expect colder tones, harsher choices, heavier silence. Celebration gives way to calculation. Heroes no longer fight for cheers, but survival. Endgame ended a saga. Doomsday begins a trial, asking if heroes deserve the power they wield after breaking reality itself to save loved ones. Gamers understand this shift. Endgame content follows mastery, not beginnings. GTA's Doomsday Heist and Destiny's Final Shape show escalation after success. Marvel mirrors that logic. After Endgame mastery, stakes must rise. Doomsday is narrative Endgame content, punishing complacency with unforgiving challenges and consequences for heroes and audiences alike everywhere now. The Avengers thought they won forever. History says otherwise. Every end creates a harder beginning. Endgame saved existence. Doomsday tests whether existence deserves saving. That's the cruel question Doom asks. And terrifyingly, Endgame gives him evidence to argue yes or no based on Hero's past decisions during time travel events. This is why Doomsday starts with Endgame, not chronologically, but morally. The final victory planted the first sin. Time was stolen, fate rewritten, power abused lovingly. Doom simply continues the logic Heroes accepted. If reality is a tool, someone will wield it hardest without apology or hesitation to ensure survival. Doom isn't wrong in diagnosis, only in cure. Endgame proved Heroes act emotionally. Doom removes emotion. That trait defines Doomsday's tragedy. Saving everyone costs humanity. Endgame chose humanity. Doomsday challenges whether that choice doomed the multiverse instead by allowing chaos to persist unchecked across infinite branching timelines after the snap. As audiences, we must recontextualize Endgame. Tears don't erase consequences. Triumph doesn't equal wisdom. Doomsday invites reflection. Did we cheer too soon? Did Heroes act too freely? The film doesn't ask for regret, but responsibility moving forward after witnessing the fallout unfold from Endgame into Doomsday across coming cinematic phases. Marvel's boldness lies in indicting its own masterpiece. Endgame becomes evidence in Doom's case. Few franchises dare that. By doing so, Doomsday feels earned. It's not escalation for spectacle, but consequence for choices. That maturity could redefine superhero storytelling forever for a new generation of fans seeking depth and meaning. When Doomsday finally arrives, remember Endgame's cheers. Remember the portals, the snap, the smiles. Those memories matter. They are the beginning, not the end. Every catastrophe has an origin. In the MCU, Doomsday's origin is victory itself celebrated without questioning its cost to timelines and innocent lives everywhere affected directly. This theory doesn't cheapen Endgame, it deepens it. The greatest stories grow darker after hope. Doomsday honors Endgame by challenging it. Heroes must evolve or be replaced. Doom is the evolution of Endgame's logic, stripped of mercy, driven by survival in a collapsing multiversal ecosystem threatened by endless incursions alone. Expect betrayal, alliances, and impossible choices. Endgame united everyone against Thanos. Doomsday divides everyone against themselves. The enemy is philosophy, not a monster. That's harder to punch. Heroes must decide who they are without applause, certainty, or guaranteed victory after Endgame stripped illusions away about righteousness and destiny long held. In the end, Doomsday isn't about Doom alone. It's about us questioning happy endings. Endgame taught us to celebrate survival. Doomsday teaches us to earn it. That transition defines mature storytelling. And it all traces back to one snap meant to save everything without considering long-term repercussions across all realities. So when Doomsday opens, don't ask what went wrong then. Ask what went wrong before. Endgame was beautiful, necessary, and flawed. That flaw grows teeth. Doom emerges not as invader, but inheritor. He claims the throne Heroes left behind when they rested after believing the fight ended with Thanos gone. This lens makes Endgame endlessly rewatchable. Every smile hides risk. Every victory hints loss. Marvel plays the long game. Doomsday pays it off. If Endgame was about saving everyone, Doomsday asks who decides who everyone is worth saving when resources, time, and reality fail under multiversal collapse pressure from Doom. That question terrifies heroes more than armies. Doom offers an answer. It's cruel, efficient, and final. Endgame avoided that choice. Doomsday forces it. Watching heroes struggle with godlike responsibility is the true spectacle, far more intense than any battle they ever fought on screen across multiple cinematic eras combined together. As theory, this aligns everything. Marvel, DC, reality itself. Endgames destabilize systems. Doomsdays rebuild them brutally. Endgame broke the MCU open. Doomsday tries to close it, even if bones must break. That's the price of playing with time without humility or universal consent from all affected civilizations across timelines everywhere. If you felt uneasy after Endgame, trust that instinct. Stories remember what audiences forget. Doomsday remembers. It digs into cracks we ignored. The MCU grows by challenging comfort. Endgame made us comfortable. Doomsday makes us accountable for cheering unchecked power wielded by heroes we adored without asking hard questions first. This perspective doesn't ruin magic, it restores stakes. Endgame gave closure. Doomsday gives consequence. Together, they form a complete arc. Beginning, triumph, fallout. Marvel finally lets victory hurt. That honesty could define the next decade of storytelling across genres, from superhero epics to grounded drama in shared universes worldwide alike. So remember, Doomsday doesn't erase Endgame. It answers it. Every snap has an echo. Every choice has interest. Doom collects that interest mercilessly. The bill comes due. Heroes must pay with compromise, loss, or surrender. That's the true legacy of Endgame as it reshapes the future of the MCU entirely. And that's why this theory matters now. As Avengers Doomsday approaches, rewatch Endgame differently. Look for fractures, not comfort. The seeds are there. Victory was never free. Doom simply harvests what heroes planted. The Endgame always contained its own Doomsday waiting patiently beyond the credits for the universe to mature. If you loved this deep dive into how Endgame secretly begins Doomsday, smash that like, subscribe for more Marvel theories, and share this with every MCU fan. Comment your thoughts, because the next saga is built on discussion. Stay tuned, FilmVerse Hollywood is just getting started with bigger theories ahead.